You're not one of my patients, Amarillo. You're merely not merely. You are the grandchild of my neighbor. So, of course, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I am just suggesting as an old family friend that this is probably something you should deeply consider.
You're right. You are right. But I think I need to be ready.
Okay. Fair enough. She looks down at her basket, and she pulls out one of her dumplings, one of her apple dumplings, and she hands one to you. For the road then, as you're trying to figure out how to be ready. It always helps me calm my nerves. Very comforting.
Thank you. I'll lean down and give her a hug.
She'll give you a hug. And then she'll say, one last thing. Out of character, you haven't corrected her with calling you Amarillo versus Forrest, right?
Nope.
Okay. One last thing, Amarillo. One of the things that I wanted to talk to your grandfather about specifically is the fact that the La Vita crew are trying to take his farm, take his ranch. They already took my family's orchard.
What?
And, yes, our orchard is gone. You didn't know that?
No, I guess I haven't been keeping up with a lot of things, but what? When did that happen?
It's owned by Vita now. They turned it into that LARPing section. It's what everybody's talking about nowadays. Nobody really cares about a whole bunch of apple trees anymore.
Did they buy you out or something, or?
I don't want the same thing to necessarily happen to your grandfather's ranch. At least, not while he's still around to care. That's the reason why I came to talk to him. He wanted some advice. I'm not really sure if I'm well equipped to give him anything, because, as I said, we did lose the orchard.
The Forrest has just adapted a horrified sort of visage and expression at the mention of the apple farm being taken and now the ranch.
I'm sorry, dear. I didn't mean to upset you about this news. I just thought you would want to know. If you're not going to see your grandfather, I thought you would want to know about things that's troubling him currently.
And I'm going to turn around and walk in the room.
Walking in the room or walking?
To my grandfather.
Oh, okay. So you are going. Okay. Are you... If you're going to go, would you like to go with Dr. Janice, or did you want to go on your own? Because she'll give you space if you want to talk to your grandfather alone.
I was just walking into the room. I'm not going to stop her from following me in if she wants to. But I did not say anything to her. It's really whatever she would like to do.
I think Dr. Janice would probably read with her insight, she probably will at least give you space and let you go talk to your grandfather alone. So you go into the room, and your grandfather, he's in his bed right now. But you notice, though, that he actually is logged into the game right now. He's logged into the game. There seems to be an empty tray, so it looks like he ate relatively, recent enough that they haven't taken his tray away. So he doesn't actually notice that you enter the room because he's currently in the game. However, one of the nurses would have told you that if you want, you can, they can log him out so that you can speak to him if you want to visit him. They can do that.
He can't log himself out.
He needs to be coerced to log out. It's not so much that he himself can't, it's just we need to encourage him to leave the game sometimes. They'll log him out and then he'll say, is it time to eat again already? I thought I could have sworn I ate merely an hour ago. He'll take off like the very carefully, like take off. His hands are like shaking a bit, but he'll take the visors off. Oh, Amarillo. Is that actually... I'm sorry, is that actually you?
Hi.
I'm not seeing things, am I?
No, not today.
Oh, let me get a good look at you, he says, his eyes are squinting.
I'll come closer to the bed.
He goes over and raises up his shaking hand to like sort of like touch your face a little bit. How long has it been since I last saw you? I feel like it's been a long time, yes?
Since you saw me, yeah. You're normally logged in, so I just come in and I'll see you, but it's been quite a while. Months, maybe even a year at this point, we've actually talked.
Why is that? Why haven't we spoken sooner than that? I missed you.
I do too. Life is rough though. I think I mentioned it before. I've been kind of living paycheck to paycheck. I've come across some good fortune here recently, but
life is hard. When you live to be my age, I'd be lying to tell you otherwise.
I'm gonna kind of stop looking at his face and more viewing his body. And how does he look?
He's not like paralyzed from the neck down, obviously, again, but he definitely is not. He's not in a condition where he's necessarily capable of taking care of himself without some assistance. So, I mean, his body is a little there's definitely muscle deterioration because he doesn't really get to. He does have physical therapy, so they do like try to work him to like maybe recover some of his motor skills, but it certainly is enough for him to live on his own, and not enough to even leave this facility and have somebody else hired to like assist him at his home. It's not quite there yet. So yeah, just muscle deterioration is mostly what it is.
What was the last question, sorry? Or were you finished?
I think he asked something along the lines of like, why did it take so long since they last spoke? He's also going to ask, what made you decide to visit and talk to me now?
I just learned about some pretty bad news.
Oh?
I'm not sure how you handled the ranch, right? I'm not sure if you're still in your name or if somebody else runs it now.
It's still under my name. Like, I might be a little bit physically incapable, but my mind's still there, at least most of it.
What do you know about Vita?
I play in Vita all the time. It's a good escape. It makes me feel young again. I love it there. You can tell like that he plays from your previous visit. He plays it a lot. He plays the game a lot, almost to the point of obsession, maybe. That's pretty much all he does when he's not eating, and going through physical therapy. He's pretty much logged into the game all the time. It's wonderful, wonderful, Amarillo. There are things I can do. I can I can live my own life there. Such a beautiful piece of technology.
It is. You can do your dreams. You can even have your own farm if you wanted. But
They're trying to take it away, aren't they? Is that why you're here?
you're good at that. Guessing what I would. Yeah.
Our family has had that ranch for generations. That's just like the Appledews.
She needs to talk to you too. I'm not sure exactly what about, but I think it's similar.
Oh. Janice is here too?
Yeah, she wanted me to go in first.
Oh, that's very sweet of her. I've missed talking to her as well. Did she bring any dumplings with her?
She did.
Not that it matters that much to me. I mean, it does, but I'm just trying to be polite.
She did. She did, but
Now that you cannot replicate in the game, I have to admit.
yeah, there's something to it. Something to her. Do you want me to bring her in, or?
Yes, but I just wanted a chance to talk to you privately first. She claims that the dumplings were better when the apples were picked directly from her orchard. Such a shame, really.
It is. I haven't been in contact with a lot of people for a long time.
I suppose that might be my fault. That might be my fault then.
It's not your fault.
Oh, Amarillo, but it is. I sometimes feel that if I was there for you, if I was able to continue taking care of you instead of letting you get sent to that awful, awful orphanage, maybe you would have had an easier time having a better life, having more friends, having, I don't know, just being happier in general. I just feel like I failed you as a parent or guardian.
You didn't. I don't think. You were fine. Living on the ranch with you was wonderful. I call you grandfather, but you really are my father.
He'll smile, and he'll sort of like reach his shaking hand to yours to like hold your hand.
I'll take it.
I don't really care at the end of the day what happens to the ranch. I mean, I do, but I don't. It just feels really out of my control. I can't physically maintain the ranch. It's probably just going to get overgrown anyway. If they might as well turn to something more useful, I suppose. This game gives a lot of people joy, including myself, that I suppose if that's my final contribution to society, then so be it. Do you think that's wrong?
I think it's an opinion that you have, and I think it's wrong. That ranch was so much to a lot of people. I mean, you remember the festivals we had, the LARPing.
Yes, those were some fun times. Simpler times. But for us, things have changed. People don't... The LARPing, they don't really do that anymore. They have... Not when they have this virtual gaming in front of them. And to be honest, like even myself, I wouldn't be able to do something like that in my condition. The game is really my only outlet to doing anything really social or even physically social with other people. So those are times that I value, but I have to understand that you need to adapt to technology. Embrace it sometimes.
I know.
I think too many people of my age were still... too many people my age were always complaining about these newfangled gadgets and everything, and I don't know if I ever wanted to be that kind of a person.
The newfangled gadgets are pretty weird sometimes.
They are, but they can also be a blessing too. Look, Amarillo, hopefully this goes without saying, but if the ranch will be in your name if anything happens to me. And you can decide for yourself what you want to do with it. If you want to fight to keep it, then that's completely up to you. I don't think my biological son has any interest in it, to be perfectly honest.
The mention of that, there's immediately like a little tick at the back of Forrest's brain. Why didn't you ever mention him? By the way, my father, you never mentioned him. I mean, I never asked, but...
I honestly didn't think it was necessary unless you were curious. Your parents didn't really have... They didn't really feel well equipped to take care of you, and I didn't think that it was necessary to share that sort of pain unnecessarily. Would it have really mattered to you that much to know that?
Not really, I don't think, but I just didn't know if, like, he hated you, or you guys had some sort of falling out, or... because I actually met him.
Oh, how did that go?
Pretty terribly. I mean, not terrible, it just was... he's a person that I met, and he's not very interested, at least I don't think so.
I'm sorry it didn't go very well. That's precisely what I was trying to protect you from, if I'm being honest.
Oh, it's whatever. That doesn't get me. Family is found, not created. Or, oh, I'm sure that there's a saying like that somewhere. I'm trying to find a new family now, and I think I found a group of people I really like. As weird as one of them really is sometimes.
No family is perfect, Amarillo. But I am pleased to hear that you've managed to create something for yourself that sounds like it's going to work out. I hope, at least.
I'm just worried something like that'll happen again, you know?
It was a long time ago, Amarillo. You're older, and you have more control, and you have the will to take responsibility for your actions. Those that you can control, at least.
I know. Thank you.
Believe me, I would know. It doesn't do well to have regrets for things that you've done in the past that you can't change anymore.
We still gotta remember them so we don't make those mistakes, though.
That's the hard part, yes. I agree.
I'm going to kind of pull his hand closer to my chest. And I know you said you don't care about that ranch. I do a lot. To me, it's what we had. And I promise I will not let a thing happen to it. I know you might not think the same, but...
No, I do. You remind me so much of myself, Amarillo. You really, really do.
I do.
Oh, yes. Thank you for telling me that. It gives me great comfort knowing how passionate you are about a place that we both value very much. I didn't want you to have to carry that burden. But if it's important to you, then you fight for it. Just like I'm fighting as well. I don't know when you and I will be able to speak again, Amarillo, but there's something I needed to tell you. I think that there's a way for me to live on, even after my body fails me.
Great. What is it?
I've been talking with Madame Nacromagus. There's a special branch at Vita. They believe that they might be able to allow my consciousness to live on indefinitely in the game.
That's amazing. How are you okay with that, or is that how are they doing that? Is that
It's obviously very controversial, which is why not very many people know about this particular project, but I told her I was interested in participating. I think that it would give me a second chance. We all need second chances, right?
Yeah, we do.
Do you approve, then, if I participated in this? You and I, we could maybe continue conversing in game, even after I'm gone, in a matter of speaking.
You've passed from the physical world, if you want to put it that way. That's actually great. I picked up the game a few months ago, actually. I've been playing myself. I actually got on the team. I don't know how. I was doing a music gig for them, and then it turned into playtesting, but I like it. But I don't think I like it enough to let them take the ranch from us.
Well, if you do end up in the game and you want us to spend time together, you should look me up. My avatar is Captain Crunch. Oh my gosh, Ethan, you okay?
I'm fine, shit.
Oh my gosh,
I had
wow.
a feeling in the back of my mind. God damn it. Moments he started talking about loving the dumpling so much, it's like,
Okay.
Hmm.
I missed that
That
part.
Mr. Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Ow.
Well, I was betting on emoji. I thought he was gonna be
No.
trying to be hip with the kids.
That would have been
I thought he was
cool
trying to
too,
be hip with
but
the
no,
kids
he's
with
not
the
Moji.
emojis.
No, he's not Moji. Yeah.
That was mostly process of elimination. Like,
I did not think.
Wait
okay.
a minute.
Okay. I think we've seen each other. How did you? You're on the testing server.
I'm on the game a lot. It's actually one of the reasons why I was able to know about this project through Madame Magus specifically. I spend a lot of time in the game. Yes, but definitely look me up. I have a very cool pet in the game.
I think I've seen him before.
Really?
Yeah, the other day, we were at the festival, right?
Oh, you were there
I
too?
was.
Let me guess. You were Oh, you were the dentist, right? Are you the dentist?
No, not the dentist.
Oh. The exceptionally theatrical spear person.
No.
I give up. Which one were you?
Maybe you didn't see me. I was yellow.
Yellow.
I don't think we see you.
Yellow.
I don't actually change my
don't-
avatar very much from my.
I
person.
don't recall conversing with a yellow
No.
a character. I don't remember.
I saw you.
I remember conversing with a chrono.
What did he say?
He complimented me on my my pet.
Right. Cool. I'll give you my information here, and I'll
Great.
pull it out.
I suppose I'll see you in game then. And at that point, there's like a polite tap on the door as Dr. Janice like peers in, and she says, "I'm not trying to interrupt or anything, but if you're going to be a moment, I can come back." Oh, okay. And she'll yeah. Nathaniel Bosk will wave her in so that they can chat, and they'll do some catching up. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Thank you for that, Ethan. That was lovely.
That was great. Oh wow. I got
that was
some
really
things to think
beautiful.
about.
It's all connected,
Mhm.
everybody. It's all connected. All right. So cool. Let us move on. I think before I get to the date, because I'm sure that is
Most
something that we're all
important
waiting to
Mhm.
see how it works out. I remember Abe mentioning something about meeting up with Thomas at the dry rye pie food truck.
Mhm.
So we'll say that you'll find the food truck where Tomas's family is currently selling their pies, and we'll say that one of his brothers and sisters is manning at the moment, and Tomas meets up with you and says, "Hey, Ave!
Hey, Thomas.
So good to see you."
Yeah.
I have to say, I wish I had more time to hang out with you at the server, the test server, but it looks like you had your hands full.
Yeah, it was quite a lot, but well, it was fun. But about that, why were you there? If I might be so bold.
Oh,
Yeah.
I volunteered. I signed up to be to help out a little bit with the test server. I mean, they don't pay me or anything. I just was one of the selected players who were given the opportunity to sign up, and I thought, hey, yes, I'll take it.
Is this also quality testing then, or?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think many players, they just do it just so they can get a sneak peek of future content. But I at least try to give feedback whenever I am on the test server.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, you caught me way off guard there, but that's fun that you're there as well. Well,
Yes.
this will be between you and me, because I'm not really sure how much I can talk about this, but I am apparently one of a group of beta testers. So that's why it surprised me. I saw you there as well. Which, what do you thought? Did you like it? The festival?
I enjoyed it. I love the festival. I just wish I was able to have more time to, socialize with more people. There was just too many things to see and do. I really wanted to go in the firing range, but didn't have a chance, once the sniping started happening. Whew, that was intense.
Yeah, that was intense, wasn't it? Did you notice perchance my little duel Loki.
Oh, yes! Actually, I was highly entertained by that. It was, I thought it was a very masterful battle of wits.
Yeah, I totally think this, but what fun fact, I met him in real life yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is he?
So he's like, again, between you and me, he's like the son, Mr. Storm. It was hilarious. So we had like a dinner between the beta testers just to get to know each other a little bit. And then out of nowhere, just Mr. Stone bumps up on his children, starts talking. Give maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, we're just sitting on a table together with him, with the entire family. So like his children, his ex-wife, and best thing yet, the person that she's dating right now. Hilarious.
Oh my god! What are the chances of that?
I know, right?
He's like rubbing the little Tomora pendant that he has around his neck that he likes to wear because he's a worshipper of Tomora. Yeah.
So yeah, I just had a conversation with Raphael, his son. He started talking. He apparently had a rough day. What do you know, huh? But he just started talking about the game itself, and I told him a little bit about the beta testing, and then he asked me if I was in the game. I said, yeah, sure. So he gave me his handle. It's like he doesn't know that I am the knave, so this is gonna be perfect. I'm totally going to mess that guy up.
I think that would be hilarious. Yeah, Homeboy and Knave, we totally need to team up. You just tell me what to do.
Yeah, I'm still thinking what I'm gonna do specifically, but I was thinking maybe of making an alternate character or something. But so I'm thinking, well, maybe an alternate character, just mess a little bit with him. But then again, I was thinking, how about you do it?
You want me to? What do you want me to do? Exactly.
So I'm gonna give you the handle.
All right.
You're gonna add him. You're gonna pretend it's your me, while I'm his nemesis, huh? So that way I have some inside information constantly.
I gotcha. Make him think that Homeboy is you.
Yeah. That way, if he tries anything with his nemesis stuff, you're always there. He'll probably confide with you a lot, because I was really slamming it in that I don't like the knave himself as well. So he'll tell you probably a lot.
I like this. I like this.
And with your little holding skills, you can always, if you see me around, you can just, flip it up a little bit. Just give me some inside information on what's going on.
I like this. I like this a lot.
He's never gonna stand a chance.
This is going to be an epic prank. Epic prank.
I know, right?
He'll high five you.
High five right back.
You're gonna continue talking about this, but then your phone is going to actually ring, Ave.
Okay. I'll take my phone. Who is it?
It's Lori, your sister.
Okay. Looking at it. I'm just gonna let it go.
All right, you don't answer. That's fine. Okay.
Look towards Thomas. That was my sister. She still has contact with my parents. Why is she calling me? Oh, I don't know. That's the worst timing.
You haven't spoken to your sister since when?
Since I left. I thought she was just, gonna live with my parents, and when we could let all this over, and oh no, wait. Why is she calling me? Should I call back, or what should I do? I don't know.
I mean, from what you told me, it sounded like you and your sister had a bit of a falling out, so it does seem kind of strange that she'd be reaching out to you randomly right now.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe think about it, but maybe another day. Right now, I'm not in the right mindset. I have to prepare for this call. That's so weird. Yeah. Can we like? How are your brothers and sisters doing? Just like something else right now.
Oh, I mean, they're all doing fine. We're trying to continue on with our dry rye business. Business has been kind of slow recently. I think we kind of try to change things up a little bit. Maybe we have to come up with a new jingle or something. But I think it's a little bit outdated now.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure.
Little diversity always helps. Huh? It's
That's why I was thinking maybe I could like ask Forrest to help us with a new song or something.
Yeah. They're really good. That could do something. Maybe some. I was also thinking maybe like no live stream, right? We could.
Oh yeah, of course I know live stream.
Maybe if we encounter a beginning game and get another favor of him to maybe just play your jingle during his downtime breaks or something. That could be amazing, right?
I'm actually decent friends with him, so we can just ask him. Yeah.
Then that works out, right? Wait, are you friends with him in the game or in real life as well?
Both. I kind of met Livestream in person at the convention, actually.
Oh, interesting. I'm trying to get in contact with him.
He actually knows Forrest.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that Jacob?
Yeah, the kid who plays the bagpipes.
Oh, hell. No way. That makes things a lot easier. I'll have to go back to the community center probably. Have a little word with him. That's
sure.
Nice. That's nice.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. Lovely person.
A little bit on the spectrum, I think, but nice guy.
Yeah, he is. But he has his heart in the right place. That's important.
Yeah,
Totally.
totally.
I wouldn't have. No. I didn't figure. I knew he played the game. I figured he played the game because it was at the convention, but he seems like more like a emoji guy to me. But yeah, apparently. Good to know. Always.
Oh
fun
yeah,
chatting
Moji's
with you.
cool. I'm not really sure who Moji is, but it's a really creative character.
We'll figure it out. Always fun hanging out with you. We should do them more often, I think.
Yeah.
Busy with work all the time, but maybe with this beta testing I can make some more time to just back to the old days. We should go to a party sometime.
I'd like that. Yeah, we definitely should. It's been a while.
We'll take Forrest. Just take Forrest to a nice party. That would be lovely. And we'll take Jacob as well, because why not? Just a fun group of party animals.
Sounds good to me. I'd be totally down.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who's throwing any parties?
Not yet, but maybe just go to a dancing or something.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We always do.
Let us now move to later that night. To Cade and Jennifer Steele's date. Or excuse me, Kevin and Jennifer Steele's date. So Cade, you will, I'm assuming, get to the restaurant dressed presumably in the same outfit you were last
correct.
night. I'm going to say that Jennifer is already there, waiting outside. She is dressed very beautiful in, I would say, more of an emerald green outfit, which goes very well with her light blue skin tone. The dress itself is, not extravagantly showy, but it definitely it definitely flatters her body type. And I would say that she has a very simple pearl necklace, and she has these earrings that almost look like there's an aura of mist or mist or dew around them. And I would say that, she looks very cute. She looks very pretty. Definitely fits in with the rest of the clientele of this restaurant.
And you look great. You look really good. You look amazing.
Thank you, Kevin. I have to say, you clean up very well.
Thanks. So she's in a wheelchair, correct?
Right. Essentially a wheelchair, ski chair is what I call it, but
Chair.
sure.
Do you want me to push you into the building, or?
That's very sweet of you, but I can manage. Thank you, though. You can open the door for me, though, if you'd like. So you'll open the door for her, and she'll stroll in, and the maitre d', I guess, is what they call them. Miss Steele, right this way. She will nod and says, "Thank you very much, Cornelius." And you can tell she's been here a few times. I mean, her father is the head of one of the confederations, so
and I know that now.
She probably is very.
Did I know that before?
You know that. Did you know that?
I don't know if I did either.
You probably don't know that.
So being called Miss Steele, would that ring any bells for me?
I'll leave that up to you. Whatever you think is better for the story. Whatever you think is better for the story, I'll leave that up to you. Okay. Sure. So, they will escort you over to a very nice table. I would say different from where you all sat last time. This one is sort of overlooking into the water. And, they'll give you the drink menus and all that good stuff, and she'll start perusing, and she asks you, "What is your spice tolerance?"
I honestly have not tried that many spicy things in my life, believe it or not, so I think we're gonna find out together.
There's a stereotype. People say that Water Genasi are not particularly keen on spicy foods, but I guess I don't really fall under that stereotype.
The exception to the rule, huh?
I like to believe that I'm the exception to many rules, yes.
I believe you. What should I start out with? What would you recommend heat level-wise?
Well, if you're not really used to having spicier things, I would recommend the satay. They come with some dipping sauces, so you can decide for yourself how much you do or don't want to partake.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Let's do that. And I'm going to try and remember all of the steps that
nice
that I copied yesterday.
You got from Saz. Yeah. Sure. Roll up. Would that be a performance? I want to make this a skill, a dex even. Oh gosh. Okay. So maybe they'll pour you some wine, and you'll try to hold the glass in such a way, and with a natural one, you just it kind of falls off your hand and it shatters. Not on her, but it shatters on the table, and maybe some of that red wine goes onto her dress, or her, and she sort of reacts to that and says, "Oh," a little bit.
I'm so sorry. Let me help clean that. Here's a napkin.
She'll take the napkin, and then she'll sort of wave her fingers a little bit, and the water from her water glass kind of flows out of the glass and sort of starts to attempt to wash the wine, but it's a red wine. And fortunately, she's not wearing a white dress, but she probably will have to take it to the cleaners to get it all out. But enough to, not completely ruin her dress or her outfit. So
that's an amazing talent. Moving water like that.
She says it definitely has its uses. It's especially, for example, to help me move around and maneuver around a bit.
Oh, is there water in your chair? Is that how you somehow use it?
It's how I glide. Oh, yes.
Creative solution.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, Kevin, she says as she leans in, let me cut to the chase, if you don't mind me.
I expect bold.
If you don't mind me saying. What is your deal exactly? What's your angle here?
Oh, honestly, I wish I wish I was capable enough to have an ankle. I just thought you were pretty, and I just let my instincts talk, and now we're here. But honestly, I'm not experienced at this. I don't go on many dates.
Fair enough. As someone who doesn't go out on many dates, why did you ask me out? I'm sure there are a lot of people that you've met at the convention.
I think it was a combination of I just think you're beautiful, combined with it's a lot easier to be confident with a mask on, I think, and I got carried away. But I'm happy I did.
I don't think I was particularly nice to you leading up to the point that you sent me your number, so I'm curious, are you the kind of person who goes after the people who, I don't know, aren't particularly sweet?
I don't go after enough people to know what my type is. I just, I didn't think you were being particularly mean either. You just had an attitude about you, and I liked it.
So Kevin, full transparency. I haven't gone out with a lot of people on dates, but whenever I do, for the most part, they fall under two separate categories. One, they ask me out because they want something, mostly because of my father. And two, well, mostly one is because of people who ask me out, and I normally find out that there's some sort of ulterior motive, to the point that I sort of got sick and tired of it and decided maybe I should start asking people out instead. And I find that when I do put myself out there and ask other people out, those people tend to be in the second category, which is they feel sorry for me. So which category would you place yourself in, Kevin?
Well, I don't know who your dad is, nor do I particularly care. And as for feeling sorry for you, I don't think there's much to feel sorry about.
It's a good answer, she says. I should, if you don't know who my dad is, I should probably be upfront with that too, because I don't like keeping certain things from people, and I figure you might as well know upfront. Not that I think it should matter, but my father is Stalin Steele. He's the head of the Confederacy of Swords. He's also the chief of the law enforcement in the city. You really didn't know that when you met me? You must not go out much then, or listen to the news.
I appreciate you being honest with me, and I gotta be honest back. You've been very upfront. You seem like I like you.
I don't like BS, so.
I'm not Kevin. I'm Cade. I'm Cade Oz.
She has a slight reaction in her face. I think she realized that you were completely upfront with her, but I don't think she expected that. I've heard that name.
I think you would with your dad, yeah. I mean, I guess your dad and I have a relationship, though. I didn't know that. I think he was a part in getting me to come back into society and, do this thing, help out.
Yeah, I've heard of that. You really didn't know that who my dad was?
I don't think I would have asked you out if I did. That would have been scary.
That's true. But then again, you have to admit it is a little suspicious, Be nice to the chief of police's daughter, and then maybe that'll be to your benefit.
I'm not that smart, but thanks.
Fair enough. Well, I have to say, I'm surprised that you admitted something like that to me, especially with the announcement that they made. I have to admit, I'm kind of upset at myself for not seeing it sooner. Normally, I'm a little bit more perceptive than that.
I did have a mask on, and then I got a makeover.
Yeah, you do look a bit different from the photos.
I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to look different.
Well, since we're being so upfront and straight with people, why did you do it?
Why did I kill people?
Yeah, straight up. Why?
I think I made the world a better place.
You think so?
I do.
How so?
Because there are people in this world who make the world a worse place. And we can sit there and try and work our whole lives around them, try and dance around their whims, try and stand up straight for them. But sometimes subtraction is a good thing. If you have a tumor, it's good to subtract it from your body. And I subtract tumors from society. Someone needs to do it. And sure, they hate me for doing it, but I'm doing y'all a favor.
Cade, what would I tell you? What would you say if I told you that a lot of people like myself, have been told that we also are a detriment to society? People like myself in this chair, we don't contribute enough. Heck, maybe we're also a waste of air as well, because we can't physically do a lot of things that other people can do. What would you say to that?
Do you make somebody's life worse?
I think that people like myself means that we might need some extra help, and could argue could be a little bit more of a burden to others, including friends and family. Me growing up as a child, it was a challenge for people around me, yes. I was able to adapt, but I'm only one case. There are other people in this world who have limitations, disabilities, what have you, not necessarily their fault, and if we're being honest, they make other people's lives more challenging. Would it be easier for them if I didn't have these conditions, or if those people didn't have those conditions? Would it make life easier for everyone as a whole? That is what's up for discussion here.
Well, I don't know how to answer that, but I just say that no, I wouldn't consider you a waste of air. But I think it depends on the person, and I just have to take it person by person.
If other people felt that way, felt so strongly that I was, and so much so that they wanted to get rid of me, would you fault them for that?
Yeah, I'd get rid of them first.
So, do you still believe that now then? Even now that you're on probation? You believe that there are certain people in this world that really are at a lost cause and they don't contribute enough to society?
Oh, I know it.
Yeah. What are you trying to then do for yourself other than that, besides ridding society of those who, place unneeded burden? What else are you trying to do with your life?
It's actually quite a bit, I'd say. I think pretty high on my list is find people who just get me. I think that would be nice. I'd like people to see me differently, but I'm not willing to change who I am to make them like me, but I wish they did.
When you say those things, you can see it in her face that she's really relating to what you just said. I know what that's.
I know I want to see Janice happy. She's Dr. Janice. She's nice, and I want to see her happy, and I want to protect the good, nice people, the people who are good. I want to protect them from the people who aren't. I've been enjoying the game because people don't know who I am in the game, and so they look at me different, and that's nice. So I enjoy that. You play the game?
I started to. I started late. My friend Jack sort of talked me into it, encouraged me. So, but yeah, I really enjoy it. It's freeing. I can do things in the game that obviously I can't do in real life.
Exactly. You can be someone else, and that feels good. I get treated there like I want to be treated here, but it's just different. But I don't want to say who I am over there. Just so you know.
It's fair enough. You don't have to say a thing. I really enjoy my character. I spent a lot of time creating her backstory. So it's nice to be able to escape and be someone else for a change, you know?
Yeah. I relate a lot.
At this point, the food's going to come, and she's going to get through dinner, and then she's just going to ask you. So.
Oh my God, that's so hot. Ugh. Ugh.
Well, if you want to know a tip, she says, if you eat something very spicy, never drink water. That only makes it worse. You want something like milk, dairy would help a lot.
You like this? It burns. That's painful.
She shrugs a little bit and says, I don't know, I think it makes things more interesting. Spice, you say, spice of life sort of thing. I like spice in my life, and I like spice in my food. What can I say?
Stronger than me. My God.
She'll chuckle a little bit, says, you're not exactly what I expected initially.
What do you expect?
I'm not really sure. I just expected that you were just some tabletop nerd who just saw a really cute face and thought, hey, yeah, I'll ask her out. But you seem a little bit deeper than that.
Thank you. You've been the same since the beginning, just honest and straightforward.
Like I said, I don't like BS. I just like to call it how it is. It's sort of, I guess I've been told I have a very deadpan kind of personality, and I'm very direct. So you're direct with me, I'm direct with you. If I agree with you, I'll say that. If I don't agree with you, I'll tell you to your face as well.
Deal.
I can't say that I necessarily see eye to eye to your reasons for doing the things that you've done, but I at least can understand where you're coming from.
I appreciate that.
In a slight less kind of way, you are sort of like my father, in the sense that he too just wants people to be happy and wants people to contribute to society properly and not take away from society.
So I have to thank your dad that, I think this second chance is really, I don't know for sure, but it sounds like it's his doing. So he's done right by me, I can say that much.
I think where there might be some conflict, and if I'm being honest, I sort of follow the same idea, is I'm not so sure if we'd be hot on the idea of judge, jury, and executioner all in one. It feels a little imbalanced for someone to be all three at once.
Interesting. So if I were just executioner, it would be fine if somebody else told me to do it.
I think that there are consequences to things, and some consequences are permanent, and it might be valued to have other opinions when making these sort of permanent decisions with permanent consequences.
Okay. I'll think about that.
maybe somebody has an idea that the other person didn't think of, for example. In theory, that's the whole premise between checks and balances, and the theory against judge, jury, and executioner all in one.
Okay.
Everyone has different ideas and thoughts, and
But you,
as I said,
you believe there needs to be an executioner.
I believe that people need to take responsibility for their actions, especially if it's something that they can help. There are other people who are in situations that unfortunately can cause strain, difficulty, challenges for other people, but it's something that they can't help. It's something that they can't control. It's just a part of who they are, whether you like it or not. And I think that if somebody is intentionally making other people's lives miserable, that's one thing. But if they're not intentional, I think that's what I'm trying to go for here, is the intent.
So,
And whether they can help themselves.
intent, interesting. So, what you're saying is that people who are intentionally causing harm should be stopped, and the people who are unintentionally causing harm, what do you do with them?
People who are intentionally causing harm should be stopped. And I do believe that there is a punishment fitting the crime kind of thing. We can argue over whether or not a death sentence is an appropriate punishment to whatever the crime is. In terms of people who can't help being a little bit of a burden to people, like myself, I don't believe that I'm a burden to people now. Growing up, it was challenging. What do we do with those people? You tell me. What do you think?
Well, I'm not the one to answer that. I'm just... All I know is when I look at you, I don't think you need to be removed. I think you're good here.
Most people don't want to answer those types of questions until it actually impacts them directly. They don't even bother thinking about those things until they know someone, or if it actually happens to themselves.
I think I might be one of those people that it's just case by case, that I don't know until I see it, and then when I see it, I know.
That's fair.
And I think everything you're saying is good in theory, but what it comes down to is like someone needs to act. Someone needs to do something, otherwise we all just stand around talking while these atrocities just continue.
That's fair. I agree with you. That's very fair. You're very easy to talk to.
I feel the same, oddly. Like, most people can't even have this kind of conversation with me. It's just, they freak out.
It is in the nature of a water genasi to sort of go with the flow. Sure, I can sit here and judge you for things, but I'd rather just adapt my thinking and be a little bit more calculated about how I feel of things. You've definitely given me a lot to consider and think about.
Likewise. A lot. I like you, Jennifer. Thank you for coming out with me, and thanks for letting me get to know you a little bit better.
Thank you for offering to hang out. This was fun. We should do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Check, please.
Cool. And with that, we'll end the scene there. Cool. Joey's here. So just to wrap things up, I think I covered the minimum of what I want to get done this session. So I guess what I'm going to say next is that I'm trying to put you all in one place at the same time. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. So I can place Joey as in Ave very easily, because he'll probably be visiting Tomas at his food truck, and I can put the food truck wherever I want. So I'm just trying to feel like where you would all be in the general area at once at the same time. Maybe Forrest walks home. So maybe you're walking home, and would Cade, and even though you're not trying to hang out with Cade as much, Gabe, would you be presumably driving him somewhere just because he doesn't have a car?
If it's the final, here's your information, here it is. That's basically what it is. Because that whole like stealing stuff from him is the, or at least like I say, he doesn't know, but you know what I mean.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll say that you're driving with him.
Yeah.
He's in your car because you're trying to finalize whatever it is you're trying to finalize. Forrest, you're walking separately to the community center, I'm presuming?
Either back from whatever job I have. Maybe I took another night at the bar or something, or I'm just in transit.
We'll say the late afternoon, early evening then, like after work kind of thing. And I'm going to say that Ave is relatively nearby, like at the food truck. And you all happen to notice that the Ferris wheel is tipping over. It seems to be very familiarly tipping over, like from the game. And we'll end the session there, and we'll address that at the beginning of the next session.
Okay.